is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are Minnesota.
Continue a homestand tonight as they welcome the New Jersey Devils to the Xcel Energy Center in St. Paul. The Wild beaten by Colorado last time out, still sitting inside the playoff picture, 1 point ahead of the Jets, 4 clear of the first team outside the top 8, the LA Kings. Inside the Xcel Energy Center with Mike Greenlay, I'm Anthony LaPanta. The Wild have been able to bounce back from subpar efforts over this recent hot streak. In fact, they haven't lost back-to-back games since before the All-Star break, haven't lost consecutive games in regulation since before they acquired Devan Dubnyk.
Well, this is a team that goes into every game thinking that they can win. They have that kind of confidence right now. A lot of that has been goaltending, but it's the team rallying around that as well. It's a team playing well in front of Devan Dubnyk, and you can see the pre- and post-Dubnyk era, and so far it looks pretty good. But Mike Yeo also knows what it takes for his team to bounce back.
I think what it comes down to is just being able to reset and, forget about the last performance. And, the flip side of that is we've been pretty good after we've won a game too. So I think we've been doing a pretty good job of forgetting the previous result and just making sure we get focused and ready for our next opponent.
That next opponent for Minnesota is playing their best hockey of the season. The Devils are outside the playoff picture in the East, but they're 7-2-1 in their last 10 games.
Yeah, hard to say whether they can climb those 10 points, but they've been getting some great play right now. A lot of young players are stepping up. Cory Schneider has been sensational over the last little while. That's given them, obviously, a great boost. Keep in mind, they got rid of Jágr and Jedlicki, 2 of their offensive guys from a forward and defense standpoint, but they're rallying as a team, and they will be dangerous. The Wild have to be careful tonight.
Their goaltender, Cory Schneider, has been red hot. Up next, we take a look at one of Minnesota's top D-men, Jonas Brodin, who's adding offense to an already solid game. Minnesota Wild Hockey on Fox Sports North is brought to you by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, for the everyday competitor in all of us. By Xcel Energy, responsible by nature. By Northland Ford. Visit northlandford.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today. And by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. Wild and the Devils in St. Paul tonight. Jonas Brodin leads the Wild with a +19 rating. Lately, he's been adding offense.
Well, when you have a guy who's always unloading with shots from the blue line or jumping into the play, or another guy who's just very, very physical on the blue line, you really notice those guys. Jonas Brodin kind of flies under the radar, but don't kid yourself. He's a huge factor here for the Minnesota Wild. Always has good body position, plays a lot of minutes, doesn't get in trouble. That's why he has that plus-minus rating that he does. And lately, he has added some offense to help the Minnesota Wild.
Devan Dubnyk back between the pipes for Minnesota. He'll make his 25th consecutive start. Face-off next. The Wild have won 5 of their last 6, 8 of their last 10 as they hit the ice tonight for the second of 2 meetings against the Devils, our Northland Ford starting goaltenders.
Well, 2 guys who have seen plenty of work, at least lately. Cory Schneider continues to just rack up game after game. Some big numbers for him that's helped his team to 7-2-1 in the last 10. Devan Dubnyk, well, coming off of a loss last game, but he has been very good, especially in bounce-back games with the Minnesota Wild. And he starts his 25th consecutive with the Wild, 26th consecutive overall.
We are underway in St. Paul. Wild start with the Koivu, Stewart, Niederreiter line. As usual, Granlund between Pominville and Parise. Thomas Vanek will skate with Charlie Coyle and Justin Fontaine tonight. And that means Sean Bergenheim bumps down to the 4th line with Erik Haula and Kyle Brodziak. Same defensive pairings as the Wild employed against Colorado on Sunday. Suter with Brodin, Foster with Dumba, and Leopold with Spurgeon. Niederreiter tries to jam one in. Stewart has it out to the point for Ryan Suter. Suter, watched by Tutu, dumps it in. Koivu grabs a loose puck, trying to keep a play alive. He flips it into the corner. Loose puck picked up by Zajac, who dumps it out to center ice for New Jersey.
Well, how that line can be very effective is using their size. All 3 of them. Koivu, Stewart, Niederreiter, all big players. Get in the offensive zone and go to work on the end wall, and that will wear down defense of anybody's.
Schneider to play it. Pominville knocks it down in the corner. Loose puck controlled briefly by Gianta. Then he was knocked off the puck by Parisi. Prosser fires, and that's wide of the target. Zubras plays it out to center ice for New Jersey. Parisi has Gianta tangled up there, and Dumba goes back to recover a puck for Minnesota. Prosser up the boards for Pominville, who deflects it out to the line. Devils are able to hold. Elias tried to center. He was looking for Larson. That was turned back the other way by Dumba. Off the mark, and the Wild will change. Andy Green sets up behind his net for the Devils. Most veteran D-man in the lineup for New Jersey tonight. Over 540 NHL career games. Henrique into the Minnesota zone. Fires, saved by Dubnyk, and he covers it up. Minnesota defensively has been efficient throughout, but particularly strong in the early going. It's our Toyota key stat. Minnesota #1 in the National Hockey League, allowing just 8 shots on goal on average in the opening period of games.
You know, Mike Gill stresses a good start. He stresses getting pucks deep early and establishing your forecheck. They have to do that in this one for sure.
Bergenheim fights off a check, got to a loose puck and threw it out front, and we're going to have a penalty called early. Schneider was knocked down out front, but this one's going to go against the Devils for high sticking, and Minnesota will go on the power play. Good rush by Bergenheim, drew this penalty.
And that's what you need to see from Bergenheim. He started out pretty well with the Wild.
Number 22,
you see the lift of the stick right there, caught him up under the nose. It's tough to play hockey when your eyes are watering. He still was able to get the puck out front. Bergenheim playing down on a fourth line, but came in, had some very good first few games, then probably started to look at the stat sheet and figured he needed to get some points and got a little bit away from his game. Want him putting some guys on third and fourth line sometimes will get them chugging up and down the ice and playing a simpler game, and that's what they need him to do, and that was a good line rush to draw that penalty.
Koivu carries in for Minnesota, gives to Parisi. Parisi drops it back to the point for Suter. Across to Pominville, back to Suter, and then Parisi. Parisi looking, has his shot blocked by Larson, and it's cleared all the way down by Gianta. Minnesota's power play, 28th in the league. New Jersey on the kill, 21st. Devils were the best penalty killing team in the league a year ago. Got off to a very slow start on the kill this season. They've been better lately. Koivu plays it, poked ahead by Pominville. Vanek trying to get it back to Pominville, intercepted by Green, who clears, and the Wild will change their power play attackers halfway through this first man advantage. Spurgeon and Dumba at the points. Granlund, Niederreiter, Stewart up front for the Wild. Niederreiter in for Minnesota. Tried to play it back to the point. He was tied up, kicks it to keep it alive. Dumba wheels and fires. That was deflected into the corner. Niederreiter battling to hold the zone for Minnesota. Trying to sneak one down the boards. The Devils able to poke it out to center, and they're 2-on-1 shorthanded. Camilleri is in. Camilleri centers, and Dubnyk slides across to make a blocker save. He robbed Zubras.
That was a very good pass, and it had eyes. It found its mark on the back door.
Niederreiter plays it across. It was deflected, loose puck, and Granlund fanned on it. Dumba has it for Minnesota. Gives to Granlund. Granlund plays down low for Stewart. Stewart tied up in the corner. Granlund recovers, back out to Dumba. Final seconds of this Minnesota power play. Granlund looking for a lane. Still with the puck, spins away from traffic. Now Granlund with it. Devils are back at full strength. Niederreiter pushed one just wide. Granlund in the corner for Minnesota. Gives to Stewart behind the net. Stewart waiting for support. Bergenheim breaks for the net. A centering pass, and Schneider got just enough of it. Bergenheim to the point for Dumba. He plays across to Spurgeon. Back to Dumba. Dumba fires, and a save by Schneider.
Well, a couple of opportunities in this game already. One of them is a shorthanded attempt. Dumba pinched up a little bit, and so it became a bit of a 2-on-1 with a back check. Niederreiter wasn't able to get it, and Zubris almost put it home if it weren't for the size and reach of Devan Dubnyk. And look at this quick no-looker. He got Bergenheim coming out of the box and went right to the net. Granlund, almost a helper on that one. Couple good opportunities here.
Brodziak pressures for Minnesota. 5 skaters aside after the Wild come up empty on their first power play chance of the night. Bernier plays it into the Minnesota zone. He and Brodin go hard into the end boards. Haula plays it around, but Gomez is the first man there for the Devils. Out to the point. Green plays it down low. Larson pinching in. Didn't get much on his shot. Bernier works it to the far side. He and Brodziak collide there. Haula winds up with a loose puck. His pass hit a skate, but Brodziak's able to carry it out to center. Wild change as Brodziak applies pressure. Green trying to spin away from Brodziak. Henrique is there. He's bumped by Charlie Coyle on the play. Devils come out to center with Tutu. He lost the puck at the Minnesota line. Prosser across to Fontaine, who comes to center. Vanek dumps it in for Minnesota. Knocked down there by Jelena, and the Devils are efficiently back the other way. Prosser sends it out to center. Jelena there for New Jersey. To the Minnesota line, where it's turned back by Leopold. Jelena able to play it back out to center ice. Wild changing as Dumba throws it across to Spurgeon. Spurgeon's pass tipped in by Vanek. Fontaine giving chase in the Devils zone as Minnesota makes a change. Jelena sets up behind the net. New Jersey changing its forwards. And he starts it out with a pass to Elias. Elias plays it ahead at center. Zubris dumps it into the Minnesota zone. Gianta in on the forecheck. Koivu has it there for Minnesota. His pass couldn't reach Niederreiter along the boards. Gianta hustling after it. He and Spurgeon chase into the corner. Koivu comes away with a loose puck, plays it off the boards and out to center ice. Niederreiter jamming at it. Koivu got a piece of it, but Gianta's back in with Elias. Elias dropped it back, nobody home. Stewart takes it away for Minnesota, gives it to Mikko Koivu, and the Wild captain dumps it in. Minnesota will change all 5. Fraser starts it out. Merrill relays it all the way down. It'll be icing against the Devils.
Well, head coach Mike Yeo knows that the Wild cannot look past this game because of Anaheim and St. Louis this weekend. But he's making sure that he sends that message to his squad. On the other side, well, it's been I guess a shell game, if you will. I'd call it that.
Parise here for Minnesota fires, knocked down by Schneider, and he stops Parise on the rebound as well. Couple of chances for the Wild and a scoreless first period.
No score early on between the Devils and the Wild. Chris Stewart already making an impact. On Sunday scored his first goal and got into his first scrap in a Wild sweater. I talked to Chris this morning. So he's starting to really feel pretty comfortable with the new system and the new teammates. He really enjoys playing with Mikko Koivu. Loves the way they feed off each other down below that goal line, extended with their big physical play on the wall. And he also likes playing with a goal scorer. He mentioned Nino Niederreiter is a bit of a sniper. Like to open space up for Nino. We saw Niederreiter get that first chance on goal. Guys, he joked about the goal he did score, the self-pass off the wall. He said it would have been a brilliant goal had he not fanned at it and gotten the break, but he'll take it any way he can get it.
You know, I talked to him as well, and he said that he knows that he's a shooter, even though he hasn't been doing a lot of it. But he says when you pick your head up and see Koivu or Parise driving to the net, it's really tough to just kind of look them away.
Suter with a shot that got through traffic, seemed to handcuff Schneider a bit, but he hangs on.
But to finish the point, Stewart knows that he needs to, and he said he will be firing the puck a little bit more taking the opportunities when they're there, not just shooting indiscriminately, but making the right play at the right time.
Mike Yeo talked about that as a team. He said he felt they deferred too much against Colorado here Sunday. He said there were too many plays where a shot on goal was not our first option.
Sometimes you can create with a shot on goal, sometimes you can't, but you have to make the right decisions in those circumstances.
Granlund fires. That goes off the glass. Camilleri back to pick it up. Knocked away from him by Pominville. Brodin plays it into the corner. Parise works his way away from Green. Out to the point, Brodin. Played it back in. It was deflected by Zajac. He and Parise, longtime line mates in New Jersey, spent most of 6 seasons on the same line. Granlund trying to escape Green, centered. Parise got a piece of it. Granlund trying to win a puck battle from Green in the corner, and Green deflects it off of Granlund and out of play. Fans Night Out, presented by Fox Sports North, is April 6th. The Wild host the Jets at 7 o'clock. A lower-level ticket, all-you-can-eat concessions, a commemorative Wild gift. Pre-game chalk talk with NHL alums and the Fox Sports North girls, all for just $99. Check out wild.com/Fans Night Out for tickets. Jelena back in his own zone for the Devils. Had it deflected by Vanek. On the second try, they're able to clear the zone. Jelena has it back. Banks it ahead. It's relayed in by Harold. And Spurgeon's there to pick it up for Minnesota. Up the boards for Fontaine. It was deflected at center. Devils gain control, but they're offside at the line as Josephson made an extra move before crossing the blue line.
Well, Mike Gill spoke about the depth on defense. You just saw Jordan Leopold there, and he just another example of the Wild being able to sustain situations where they have injuries to defense. The Wild were fortunate to get Spurgeon back in the lineup, and now they're waiting and hoping that Scandella can get back as soon as possible.
It's really amazing when you step back and look at all the pieces missing for Minnesota. Scandella and Ballard, a couple of left shot defensemen, both out of the lineup. Still missing 3 of their 4 left wingers, with Cook, Carter, and Zucker all on the shelf.
I think the Wild have done a very good job, though, of sustaining, better than they did earlier in the season, of missing 1 or 2 of those top 4 deep. They've done a very good job of that, and a lot of that has to do with some of the growth of their young defensemen.
Here Bergenheim plays it out the center. Of those injured players I mentioned, all with the exception of Keith Ballard were on the ice today for a pre-morning skate. Spurgeon holds for Minnesota. Plays to the corner, Bergenheim.
Were they all wearing yellow jerseys? So nobody'd hit each other?
They're all out there on their own.
That's typically the sweater that the lone injured guy that you're not allowed to run into wears when he's skating with the team.
Dumba plays it ahead. Stewart trying to handle it cleanly. He and Jelena go into the corner. Prosser down from the point. Holds his own for Minnesota. Takes a high hit. He and Frazier still tangled up along the glass. Play goes in behind the New Jersey goal. Jelena plays it out to center ice. Koivu able to tip it cleanly away from Josephson. Sent it cross ice. Stewart there. Ruutu got a piece of it. Dumba pinching in. Stewart grabs a loose puck. Centers. Koivu a shot. And that hit the traffic out front. Koivu has it again behind the goal. Stewart and Niederreiter battling for position out front. Koivu plays to the point. Suter's there. Suter banks it off the end wall out of the reach of Stewart. Koivu hustles over. Keeps the play alive for Minnesota. Koivu. Wild in the midst of a change. He plays it down low for Stewart. Parise grabs it on the wraparound try. He's stopped by Schneider. Brodin gives to Suter. Suter back to the corner for Stewart. It hit an official. And the Devils are able to clear. A lot of time in the offensive zone for Minnesota. Granlund back in. Parise fires. Saved by Schneider. And he covers up. Wild pressuring. So far, Schneider's perfect in a scoreless. Corey Schneider's been the workhorse in the nets for New Jersey. Mike Yeo asked almost daily about Devin Dubnyk. and how much rest he will need. And Yo is quick to point out that if you look over the course of the season, Dubnyk's not close to the top of the charts. He's only 22nd in the league in minutes played. Schneider number 2. Yes, since Dubnyk has been in Minnesota, he's played more minutes than anybody. But the wear and tear of a season should not be a factor for the Minnesota goaltender.
And I also think you also need to point out the fact that the Wild are doing a pretty good job of protecting. And as he said himself, that there's a difference between seeing 35-40 shots a night where they're in your zone all the time. Even if you're not seeing a shot, you mentally have to be in the game all the time. Whereas the Wild, who are an offensive zone type of team, will get the puck deep and go to work, and that gives him a mental break back there sometimes as well.
Granlund fires. It was deflected wide. Camilleri has it to Zajac, who dumps it into the Minnesota zone. Jonas Brodin back to pick for Minnesota. Played it to the wall where it's intercepted by Tutu. Green at the point. Centers was looking for a tip. Comes free to Camilleri. Out to the point. Larson a shot. And that's kicked out by Dubnyk. Pominville trying to spring Parise. It's intercepted and Camilleri's back in. To Tutu for a shot. That was blocked. Tutu in the corner. Bumped by Granlund, who's lost his stick on the play. He has it back. Camilleri to Zajac. A shot. Saved by Dubnyk.
He made the save, didn't know where the rebound went. I think that caught the inside of his arm because it went right down either in behind him or in front of him and went out the other side. But a heck of a job of just getting in front of it.
Best chance of the night for New Jersey right there. Here's Fontaine in for Minnesota. Fontaine fires it wide.
Had a good head of steam. Didn't have anybody chopping at him. And he just sails it wide of the net. Great opportunity for Fontaine, who has kind of been snake bit. He hit a post last game. Had a couple chances that just didn't go in.
Pace starting to increase as this period progresses. Gomez along the boards. To the point, a long shot. Deflected. Dubnyk may have gotten a piece of it. Henrique in the corner. Out to the point. And now Severson with it. Severson fanned on it. And Charlie Coyle quick to pounce on the loose puck. Played it in behind his goal. It squirts out front, but it's played safely there by Spurgeon. And Fontaine carries to center. The Wild will change all 5 skaters. Merrill goes back to pick it up for New Jersey. Ahead through neutral ice. Icing waved off. Prosser will play it for Minnesota. Takes a heavy hit from Elias. Howlett taps it over for Dumba. And Dumba sends it ahead too far for Bergenheim. It'll be no icing as Brodziak ducks underneath the check. Wins the puck race. Howlett along the boards. Bergenheim trying to support. Howlett plays it down low. Bergenheim back to Howlett along the boards. He plays it into the corner. Zubras pinned up against the wall there by Brodziak. But the Devils get control and Gianta comes to center. Knocked away by Prosser. A centering pass and Elias is denied by Dubnyk. Shot deflects off the glass. Now Larson holds the zone. Larson works his way down low, and it deflects up and out of play.
Some quality chances here by the Devils. This one actually looked like it hit Dubnyk, but it did not. It actually got a save by his defenseman. Watch the left glove of Suter. Whoa, he gets the glove on it. Suter doing his best Doobie impersonation. And then down at the other end, this one just rolled a little bit on him. Just could not keep it underneath the bar. Fontaine had speed, had time, space, everything you could wish for. Nobody hacking at him, and he just could not get it to go.
Devils have the last 6 shots on goal in this game.
A couple of backdoor feeds, too, where Dubnyk just calmly got over there and blocked it away.
Stewart flips it in from just outside the Devil line. Tried to play it to Niederreiter behind the net. Stewart's the first man on a loose puck. Niederreiter tangling with Larson in the corner. Koivu and Green join the battle, and it's Green that comes away with the puck. Back for Adam Larson. Larson pressured by Niederreiter. Tried to reverse course, plays it up the boards and out to center. Brodin settles it down, whips it across for Suter, and then it's tipped in by Niederreiter. Larson bumped by Stewart after he plays it ahead. Harold slides it across, and Merrill is there for the Devils. Into the Minnesota zone. Ruutu in on the forecheck, but Leopold plays it for Minnesota. Koivu tried to play it up the wall for Stewart. Severson, again, didn't get all of it. He's whiffed on a couple of shots from the point. Dubnyk easily pushes it into the corner. Severson at center. Gives it to Tutu. His long shot knocked down by Dubnyk. Long rebound. Tutu with another chance. And Dubnyk kicked that one out. Devils starting to get some chances here as the period progresses.
It's the sharpness and focus that we talk about with Devan Dubnyk. After this period, if it ends up this way.
Pominville fires, and it's a glove save by Schneider. And we get a whistle. Good chances in a scoreless first period. Wild and Devils are scoreless. Rick Wilson mans the defensive core for the Minnesota Wild. They got one piece back with Spurgeon the other day. Marco Scandella on our Sanford Health injury report is still likely at least a week away.
Looking forward to having his speed, his strength back there. Not to mention the absolute cannon that he has for a shot. You know, until Dumba started unleashing his shot, I was saying Scandella might be the only Wild D-man that actually scares guys away from blocking shots. Dumba has just unloaded. You remember last game, he actually stung Varlamov in the game, and this morning and in the morning skate against Washington, stung his own goaltender in the shoulder, Devan Dubnyk. You don't want to do that much, but that just shows you how hard his shot is.
Pominville fires one toward the net, kicked out by Schneider, and Zubras carries it back the other way. Into the Minnesota zone, his shot goes wide. Dubnyk joked about that today. He said, I usually can catch just about anything from the point. When Dumba's shot gets on you fast, unfortunately he's hit each shoulder one time. Not the same spot.
Well, and that's true. I mean, for a guy to unleash from the blue line and you not really be able to maneuver yourself in a position to get what you want in front of it, that's a heavy, fast shot. Scandella has that type of shot as well.
Suter with a cross-ice pass to Vanek. Vanek trying to give it to Fontaine, and it was deflected away. Vanek got a piece of it, but unable to hold. Henrique back in the other way. Watched by Dumba as he circles the Minnesota goal. Out to the point, Severson. Severson waits, then fires just wide. Prosser has his man tied up in the corner. Vanek trying to play it for Minnesota. Bernier had it for a second, and now it's played to the point, but off target, intended for Merrill. And the Wild will change as the Devils go back to pick it up. Merrill starts out of his own zone. Zajac kicked it ahead, sidesteps Koivu and dumps it in. Spurgeon run hard into the end glass. Jelena waits, fires, saved by Dubnyk. Leopold has it there for Minnesota. Jordan Leopold playing in his 5th game with the Wild, still looking for his first point in a Wild sweater. Zajac battling with Leopold in the corner. Out to the point, a shot by Fraser got through, and Dubnyk hangs on.
Well, Jared Spurgeon trying to manage this situation here where the puck is flipped over his head, and he goes into the end wall trying to just protect it, basically. Camilleri just in there a little bit, gives him just a little bit of a push. Now, after this play, Camilleri says, hey, sorry, bud, you know that he wasn't intending to catch Spurgeon. There's the tap on the shin, basically saying, hey, unintentional, and glad you're okay. But that's the battle that defensemen have to incur when they go back for the puck. No holdups these days, so you're alone with your own devices.
Puck squirts by Jelena and all the way down, but it'll be icing against Minnesota. And a face-off back in the Wild zone.
Ryan Suter's so good at that, getting back there for the puck, whether it's flipped by him or whether he has to decide to let the other guy come in at the same time as him, or whether he feels he has enough speed and enough time and space to grab it and make a move. But if you want to watch a defenseman who manages time and space going back for pucks, he is one of the best.
Saw the numbers on Suter, still averaging over 29 minutes per game. Number down a bit from last year. This year, Drew Doughty leads the NHL in time on ice each night. Stewart in the corner here for Minnesota. Gives to Niederreiter, then to Koivu. Trying to go back to Niederreiter. And Schneider senses trouble, so he'll cover the puck. And Frazier now trying to get under the skin of Mikko Koivu. He was exchanging shoves earlier with Nate Prosser.
And again, Mikko taking a swat at the puck there and probably caught the top of Schneider's glove. And again, Mikko will take advantage any way he can, but certainly not in there trying to chop anybody's hands. But hey, the puck's loose. You want to get after it. Right here, the puck gets banked back. And right at the same time as covering it, Mikko's going to take a jab at it.
Pominville wins the draw for Minnesota. Spurgeon fires. It's tipped on goal. And Schneider able to hang on.
That one deflected upwards into Schneider and had a very good chance of going in, even though it wasn't a heavy shot by any means. Here's a shot, and you see that it just gets deflected and then starts bouncing right up into the rib cage. And goaltenders, when they get a bouncing puck like that, that's when all the holes need to close, and Schneider did that very well.
Larson to Green. Played it ahead, and Camilleri sent it cross ice, trying to get it to Zajac. Tipped away by Spurgeon, and Parise has it for Minnesota. Back into his own zone for Suter. Ryan Suter pushes forward for Minnesota. Remarkable the recovery he's made after he had that 21-game stretch where he was minus 23. 2-on-1. Zajac to Camilleri, and a save by Dubnyk.
Oh, Dubnyk is making another save after another save where he has to make a lot of move laterally. Not always the easiest thing to do. And the Wild a little bit loose in their own zone in this period. They've given up a couple situations like this where it's a 2-on-1 with a back checker, or a situation where Dubnyk has to go post to post. And as I mentioned earlier, if this period ends 0-0, the Wild will look up and maybe be somewhat thankful that Dubnyk had such a strong period. He's already made 15 saves.
Haula plays it out front. Brodziak got it back to Haula in the circle. Brodziak with it. To the point, Dumba. Across to Brodin. Brodin into the middle. A quick shot by Bergenheim. Haula to Brodziak. And he shot it wide. Bergenheim scores! First for the Wild!
Why does the fourth line have such success? Because they play a simplified style. It's crash down low, get pucks to the net, and take shots when you have them. You're not getting fancy. You're not making little tiny chip passes here and there. You're getting the puck out front and shooting it. The Wild did have Brodziak fan on the back door there. He was on his backhand. Not always an easy play to make. But thank goodness Brodziak stuck with it, got it out front. Bergenheim gets his first. Just simplified hockey there, and the Wild get up 1-0 here.
Ninth of the year for Bergenheim. First with the Wild. Brodziak and Haula credited with assists for Minnesota. And the fourth line has the Wild on the board first. Late in the period against the Devils. Koivu carries ahead for Minnesota. 3-on-3 at center. Flips it in. Stewart and Niederreiter in behind the net. Koivu swoops in, grabs the loose puck. Has it knocked away by Severson. And Zubras floats one ahead for Gianta. Suter back to pick it up for Minnesota. Last 21 games, he's a plus 11 after that 21-game stretch where he was minus 23. Koivu fires it in from the New Jersey line, and that'll bring us to the end of the first period with the Wild in front 1-0 on the first goal as a Wild for Sean Bergenheim.
Well, Wild got away with one there. I think the Wild gave up too many grade A chances. They'll have to lock that down a little bit, but great to see Bergenheim get on the board, and great to have that fourth line chime in this hockey game.
Our Menards Game Reset shows you the goal scorer. Our CenturyLink link to what's next. More on our defenseman conversation, the perfect pair for the Wild. Suter and Brodin. Had a chance to visit with them about what makes them such an effective defensive pair. And up next, Kevin Gorg will chat with the goal scorer, Sean Bergenheim.
After this hockey game, a 1-0 lead, how do you build off that here in period 2?
Yeah, I think for us, we had some good neutral zone forecheck stuff where we got transition. I think that's a big part of our game, but just sound in our system. We had low work offensively. We want to keep that going, and I think our goal was a good example where Bergenheim got kind of up in the higher slot, opened up some room there. We got a shot, a rebound, and then he didn't get a second look. So those type of things where we're working together, supporting each other, and building positive energy.
Anthony and Mike, up to you.
I like his point about Bergenheim being a little bit higher up. If you're down too low, then you're basically dragging the defenders with you, and then when the guy's trying to wrap the puck or trying to make a play, everyone's already there. If you're playing a little higher, that makes defensemen make a bigger decision as to who to cover, and that's why Bergenheim was so wide open on that quick shot and quick feed by Brodziak.
Niederreiter in for Minnesota, gives to Koivu a shot, save, Schneider, they score! Stewart on the rebound, and the Wild quickly add to the lead.
Seconds into the second period, and a quick line rush, pucks on net, and then this is exactly what the Wild want to see. That puck is off the far pad, and it's basically a nice pass off the pads for Stewart, who this time actually gets his shot cleanly and on goal. But Mikko Koivu just showed you how to create chances when there really wasn't one on the far wing there.
Koivu will get an assist on the play, which will snap a 7-game scoreless drought for the captain. Second goal with the Wild for Stewart, is 13th overall. And Minnesota has a 2-goal lead over the Devils. Niederreiter also an assist on the play. Long pass just too far for Parise. He catches up with the puck, got it to Pominville, tried to center, and it was broken up by Green. Zubras flips it into the Minnesota zone. Niederreiter continues his scoring surge. 8 points now in his last 11 games on 5 goals and 3 assists. Known more as a goal scorer, he's actually had some success as an assist man against New Jersey. Had 3 assists against the Devils last year, his only career 3-assist game in the National Hockey League. Picks up a helper here. Jelena fanned on it. Coyle tips it out to center. Fontaine scoops it up for Minnesota. Fontaine bearing in. He had Vanek with him, but Vanek had drifted high into the slot. Fontaine's pass winds up in behind the goal.
Well, Vanek probably should have been driving hard to that far post. They've given Fontaine a better option, because trying to feed a backhander through a defender, not an easy task.
Vanek controls to Fontaine for a shot. Coyle on the rebound. Pat saves Schneider. The wraparound is loose and cleared. Fontaine has it for Minnesota. To Spurgeon. Penalty coming against the Devils. Vanek tangled up behind the net. Charlie Coyle with it there for Minnesota. Coyle gives to Vanek. Vanek trying to center, and it's cleared away by Jelena, and we get the whistle and a penalty coming against New Jersey.
If you move your feet and the puck, more slow-footed defensemen are going to take penalties on you, because that's the only way they can keep you in check.
32 for New Jersey, has 2 minutes for roughing.
A quick feed down low, and then Coyle will just wrap this puck. Just can't get it to go all the way. Misses the quick chop on the rebound. This line came out again, feeding off of that Stewart goal in the first 13 seconds, and pressured enough to draw their second power play of the game.
Suter for Minnesota. Second power play chance for the Wild. Vanek to Koivu, back to Vanek. Up high, Suter. Pominville back to Suter. Suter gives to Vanek. Vanek fires, was looking for a tip by Parise. Suter holds. Vanek with the loose puck. Fired it wide. Pominville hustling over but can't catch up with the puck in time. It comes out through neutral ice. Pominville turns it back fast enough to deny the Devils a change. Parise in for Minnesota. Back to the point, Suter. Suter works his way to the middle and gives to Pominville. Pominville cross ice for Parise. It was tipped. Suter recovers. Parise gloves and drops. Back to Suter. Suter gives to Koivu. Koivu down low. Parise to Vanek. And Schneider denies the Minnesota winger.
Great little setup there. Parise put it right onto Vanek's tape, and again, he was in tight. This has to be a quick bang-bang play, and it was. Look at this little tic-tac-toe. Schneider played that very well. Almost got it underneath his arm, but this is how this power play has to work. Quick succession of passes and good positioning. Best power play opportunity I think they've seen in this hockey game.
Heard Zach Parise mention that during Wild Live tonight when he was chatting with Kevin Gorg on the bench. He said one of the things that has been making it difficult for this power play is he didn't think the puck movement was fast enough. Spurgeon gives to Dumba. Dumba back down low. Stewart centers for Granlund. Granlund waits. Passed on the shot attempt. Now plays down low for Niederreiter. Niederreiter works his way up to the half wall, then to Granlund. Granlund centers. Stewart knocked down. Niederreiter recovers. Gives to Spurgeon. Across Dumba, the one-timer off the post and out of play, and Schneider never moved in the New Jersey goal.
Well, there's the heavy shot that I continue to talk about. Matt Dumba not only has a quick release on his slapper, but it's got a lot of beef behind it. He really unloads on this. Great little feed across, and my goodness. Not a huge guy either, but I guess I equate that to the golfer that hits it 320 and he's just a whip of a player. Well, Matt Dumba, not a big guy, but when he unloads on that slapper, it's coming.
Dumba gives to Granlund. Granlund fires wide. Spurgeon on the rebound, sent it wide. Granlund holds. Stewart back to Granlund. Granlund backpedals away from Gianta. Gives to the point, Dumba. Dumba fakes the shot. Goes to Granlund. Back to Dumba. Dumba fires. Saved by Schneider. Puck still loose. And it's flipped over the top of the goal by Granlund. Devils are back at full strength. Granlund behind the goal. Goes to Spurgeon. He scores!
To stick with it. This is going to be an even strength goal as the power play had ended, but basically with Granlund's tailbone touching the back wall here, he saucers one right into the wheelhouse of Spurgeon, and he just keeps it nice and low underneath the pad. And the Wild have opened up a lead 3-0 in this hockey game.
Spurgeon's 8th goal of the season. And Minnesota getting chances from their blue liners throughout. Saw Dumba hit the post. Spurgeon lights the lamp for Minnesota. Been a bit of a wait for Jared Spurgeon since his last goal back in early February. Missed 8 games due to injury. And the Wild have missed his offense.
Well, we talk about foot speed all the time. Well, that's important in getting into position to add offense as a blue liner. Because you got to come in from the point, and your timing has to be very good.
Bergenheim has his shot blocked, and Zajac has it.
Assist number 64 by Kyle Granlund and number 55.
Dumba and Granlund assist on the goal by Spurgeon. And Minnesota extends the lead to 3. Camilleri slides it in for New Jersey. 2-2 around behind the net. Vanek got a piece of it. Suter there to collect for Minnesota. Well, what a great start to the second period for Minnesota. 7 of the 8 shots on goal for the Wild. Drew a penalty. Even though they didn't score on the power play, they score shortly after it expires. Gomez across to Henrique, who comes to center for the Devils. Spins, drops it back for Merrill, who tried to center, and Spurgeon got a stick on it to deflect it out of play.
Well, he does do things at the other end of the ice very well, as well. And Jared Spurgeon, whose timing seems to be back very quickly after missing 8 games, just reads this one and not only protects the pass with his body, but extends the stick and takes away the opportunity on the other side.
Spurgeon played 17.5 minutes the other night against Colorado in his first game back. That was his lowest minutes played of the season, other than the night he was injured against Calgary when he left after playing only a minute and a half. Ruutu centers. Spurgeon has his man tied up out front. Merrill plays it off the end wall. Harold tussling there with Spurgeon. Ruutu. Merrill dumped. The Wild come away with the puck, and an errant pass there nearly resulted in a great chance for Harold, but it deflected off of his stick. Ruutu at the Minnesota line. Spins away. Plays it into the corner. Leopold has his man pinned up against the boards, and Fontaine comes away with it for the Wild. Fontaine has Parise with him at the New Jersey line. Flips it into the corner and heads off on a change. Zubras sends it ahead through neutral ice. Gionta to Elias. Try to go back to Gionta. Elias takes a bump in the corner. Gionta trying to escape Matt Dumba. Plays to the point. Green across for Larson. His shot blocked by Prosser and never reached the net. Prosser with it for Minnesota. Gives to Granlund. Granlund all the way across, trying to spring Parise into the New Jersey zone, but it's icing against the Wild. We've talked so much about responses and how the Wild have been able to put the last game, whether good or bad, behind them. Mike Yeo talked about that this morning, that he thinks as impressive as how they've bounced back from losses is how they've responded after having won the previous night. In this case, it's bouncing back after a game against the Avalanche here Sunday that saw Colorado jump out to a 3-0 lead. The Wild have responded and lead by 3 here halfway through the game.
We also have to talk about responses within the game as well. The Wild, even though they're up 1-0 after the first period, they'd given up some very, very good chances. Not in this period. The Wild have since come out, scored 2 goals, and not really given up anything but 1 shot in this period.
Parise to Pominville. In his skates, it deflects into the New Jersey zone. Turned back out to center where Matt Dumba settles it down for Minnesota. Prosser back to Dumba. Dumba tried to get it back to Prosser, but it was off target. Flipped in by Bernier, and it's out of play. Jared Spurgeon scoring for Minnesota to extend the lead. And the Wild lead the Devils 3-0 here in St. Paul.
Bergenheim putting on the 4th line. A lot of people look at it as some kind of a demotion. I think Mike Yeo just wants to get him back to his game, which is straight line, forechecking, getting in the zone. Right here he draws a penalty in the first period, so the Minnesota Wild can go on the power play. Also driving to the net, coming out of the penalty box, and he got himself an opportunity himself. And then, of course, the goal that he scored off of a great forecheck and just staying with it, basically. A good position in the slot. Darby Hendrickson talked about the fact that the Wild needed to be in good position in that circumstance, and Brodziak did a great job on the second effort. Bergenheim having a pretty good hockey game so far.
Koivu trying to go to Stewart here. Stewart plays it around behind. Sometimes this season, Mike Yeo has put players on the 4th line to send a message. In this case, it was all about personnel, and he said he thought his game would click well with Erik Haula and Kyle Brodziak. Niederreiter has Stewart with him into the New Jersey zone. Niederreiter saved by Schneider. Loose puck picked up by Stewart. He goes to Brodin at the point. Around behind, Koivu catches up with it along the boards. Back Stewart, now Koivu. Koivu in the corner. Slipped and fell. Larson plays it up the board. Zubras cannot clear. On the second try, Larson finds Gionta. who sends it to Gomez through neutral ice. Gomez has it poked away by Spurgeon. Zubras there to scoop up the loose puck. Zubras bumped by Spurgeon as he plays it in behind. Gianta tangled up with Dubnyk on the play. Looks like the Wild net might be loose as the Wild send it down. Brodziak fell along the inboards, and Elias tips it in for New Jersey. It'll be icing against the Devils. Wednesday, Big East basketball returns to Madison Square Garden to see who will be crowned a champion and earn an automatic invite to the big dance. The Big East tournament presented by New York Life begins Wednesday. The only place to see it is Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. I think Dubnyk has recognized that that was in fact loose. They tend to it back behind the play. Faceoff will come in the New Jersey zone nearing the halfway point of the second period. Dumba to Prosser, a shot, and it's gloved and held by Schneider.
Well, Dumba's making so many good decisions. He's not forcing it, and that's one of the big things. When you're a young player, you're especially talented offensively, so often you can force plays because you have the ability, but sometimes you have to pick your spots. Dumba, his decision-making has gotten so much better that he's finding spots and making the smart little play, making quite often the easy play, and it's helping him and helping his squad out there as well. He's really grown up a lot here in the second half of the season.
Prosser with an aggressive play to step up and intercept. Now Jelena takes it away and clears to center. Charlie Coyle settled it down there for Minnesota. Fontaine plays it across. And the Devils whistled offside. Second time tonight that Prosser's been involved in a little pushing and shoving.
I think you'd both agree that Prosser is probably one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet off the ice, but he adds this little wrinkle to his game when he gets on the ice. He flips a little bit of a switch. He knows that if he can bring an extra little bit of nasty on the ice, it can get the opposition off of their game. I think he's done a terrific job as well, especially since he's playing the left side of the ice as a right-handed defenseman, something that he's had to acclimate to, and he's done a very good job at here this season.
Jelena has it for New Jersey. Bernier into the Minnesota zone, plays to the corner. Bernier out to the point, Frazier. Frazier trying to avoid Brodziak. Down the boards, he plays it to the corner. Howler played it in behind. Elias to Bernier out front. Zubras scores.
Wow, quick bang-bang play there. That was a skill play. A quick little interception behind the net. And they knew where to go. Watch this play as it gets reversed behind the net. Another quick little reverse. Bernier finds Zubras right in the slot. Wild just couldn't recover.
Dubnyk got a piece of it, but was unable to keep it out of the net. And on just the second shot for New Jersey in this period, they cut the Minnesota lead to 2. It's now 3-1 for the Wild.
Scoring for New Jersey, third of the season for number 8, Tyler Zubras.
Zajac at center, plays it into the Minnesota zone.
And number 26, Patrick
2-2. Has it in the corner, out to the point, Green, across to Larson. His shot got through, and Dubnyk steers that aside. Camilleri keeps it alive in behind the net. Green with a long shot off the end boards. Camilleri works his way out front, centers. Zajac tried to feed the point. That hit a skate. Along the boards, the Wild gain control. Pominville has his pass knocked down by Camilleri. Zajac trying to knife under Ryan Suter to come away with the puck. Devils send it all the way down, and it'll be icing against New Jersey and a face-off in the Devils zone.
Now the key for the Minnesota Wild to see how they respond after giving one up.
All rights to the broadcast are reserved. Any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, telecommunication to the public, or other unauthorized use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the Minnesota Wild is prohibited. Stewart Centered it, tipped away by Green. Leopold pinches to hold. Stewart centered, and Niederreiter was unable to redirect. Leopold holds for Minnesota. His shot tipped and just wide by Niederreiter. Stewart tried to go back to Niederreiter along the end boards. Camilleri sends it cross ice for New Jersey. Leopold back for Minnesota, and now Niederreiter. Niederreiter trying to get it to Stewart off the boards. Gomez turns it back through center. Niederreiter taps it back to Leopold. Spurgeon for Minnesota. Leopold back for Stewart, but out of his reach, and Green was able to retrieve for the Devils. Dumba to Spurgeon. And a little bit more of these two playing together. Saw it on the power play early. Pominville in. Drops to Granlund. To Parise, and he put it wide. Granlund has it back. Works for some space. Granlund trying to get the puck back after Prosser deflected it. Henrique and Granlund battle along the end boards. Devils come away with the puck. Elias sends it out to center. Prosser gloves and drops. Finds Pominville, then Parise tips it into New Jersey territory, but Henrique quickly back the other way. Gianta has his shot get through, kicked out by Dubnyk. Zubras to the point, Jelena shot tipped out front by Gianta, and another stop by Dubnyk. Zubras had it tipped out by Parise. Pominville couldn't catch up with the puck, and the Devils maintain control. Zubras back into his own zone. Elias into the Minnesota zone. Dumba's tackled on the play by Gianta. And allows the Devils to maintain control, and Dubnyk has to make a glove stop on a quick shot from the circle. 3-1 Minnesota.
Come back to downtown St. Paul, 3-1 Wild. We're on the bench with forward Chris Stewart. You guys had that great start to the period, built that 3-0 lead. New Jersey figures to get life off the goal they scored. What's the best way to answer?
No, for sure. About the first 10 minutes, we're definitely dictating, and we got up trying to be too cute here in the last couple minutes. So we got to get pucks in, win races of pucks, and take the puck to the net.
Thanks a lot and good luck.
Thank you.
Boys, up to you.
Well, Stewart has been a big factor for Minnesota tonight. A goal and an assist so far in the game. And the Wild lead the Devils 3-1. They come to center quickly with Coyle. To Fontaine. Threw it toward the net. Coyle centers. Loose puck. Vanek scores!
Did Stewart just diagram that goal? Get pucks deep, get bodies to the net. I mean, it all played out very well. With this line getting everything that they needed. Nice little feed to the flank and then right back towards the goaltender, but Charlie Coyle wasn't done by feeding it out front. And he set up Vanek, who was following the play. And too many Devils were puck watching. They watched it go right in their net. Vanek with goals in his last 2 games now. And the Wild have opened up a 4-1 lead.
His 15th of the season, number 26, Thomas.
So Vanek skating with Coyle and Fontaine for the first time. And the result is a goal for the Wild. They lead by 3 once again. Camilleri racing in for New Jersey, but Brodin's there first for Minnesota. Zajac lost it to Koivu, and the Minnesota captain controls in his own zone. Stewart in for the Wild, trying to work his way around a check, and the Devils play it back out to center. Brodin to Niederreiter, who taps it out to center ice. Brodin settles it down, plays across to Suter. Suter to Brodziak into the New Jersey zone. Brodziak centers, tipped by Haula, saved by Schneider. Schneider's had to make a couple of tricky saves on deflections. He's actually been sharp in this game, even though he's been beaten 4 times.
He has played well. The Wild have seen some good opportunity.
Dumba sends Haula in alone, and he fires it off the glass.
Seen a couple breakaways, too. This one he actually had to stop.
2 lone breakaways for Minnesota. Neither has resulted in a shot on goal. Prosser back behind the net for Minnesota. Gives it across to Dumba. Bergenheim at the New Jersey line. Lost it to Zubras. Gianta has it knocked away by Prosser. Wozniak plays it back to Prosser. Prosser sends it ahead for Parise. Parise playing against the Devils for the 3rd time in his career. It's the only NHL team against whom he does not have a goal. He scored 1 goal against the Wild in 5 games with the Devils before coming over to Minnesota. Granlund plays it back. Leopold works his way into the New Jersey zone. Frazier back for the Devils. Granlund has Harold pinned up against the boards. Parise to the point. Leopold shot. That was deflected and knocked down by Schneider. Frazier lays across. Cleared all the way down. There will be no icing. Spurgeon back to pick it up for the Wild. Inside 5 minutes left in what has been a wide open second period. The only goal of the first period was scored by Sean Bergenheim. And here in the second, Wild have outscored the Devils 3-1 and lead it 4-1. Jelena into the Minnesota zone. Fires and Dubnyk covers it up. Thomas Vanek scoring the 3rd goal of the period for Minnesota. And the Wild lead 4-1. Bergenheim scored Minnesota's first period goal. They've added second period tallies from Stewart, Spurgeon, and Vanek, and lead the Devils 4-1 here late in the second period. A New Jersey team that has made their living on the defensive side. Top 10 in the league in goals against per game.
I think the Wild are doing a pretty good job of getting pucks deep with speed. Something we talked about. The Wild, obviously with good puck support and making some smart plays, using that weak side winger to get them in. And when they don't have that option, they're chipping it in and getting after pucks.
Well, they've created an awful lot off the rush tonight.
Yeah, and that's usually something that the Devils limit.
Brodin plays into the corner for Stewart. Koivu try to escape Camilleri. Stewart out front, saved by Schneider. Puck is loose and then controlled by Zajac.
It looks like, especially with this line, that New Jersey having trouble with their size and strength. They just keep going to the net, and it's tough to just hold them back. They're getting some good chances and good looks right in front because of it.
Icing waved off. The Devils will have to play this puck. John Merrill has it in his own zone, watched by Coyle. Severson plays it ahead. At the Minnesota line, it's poked away by Fontaine. Charlie Coyle hustles up the support for Minnesota, but Bernier gets there first for the Devils. Vanek along the boards. Slides one between the legs, but it was off target intended for Coyle. And the Devils come to center. Henrique into the Minnesota zone. Gomez fires, saved by Dubnyk. And a whistle. Face-off coming in the Wild zone.
Devan Dubnyk continues to lock it down, and he plays big. Granted, he is a big goaltender, but you can play small sometimes when you're a big goaltender if you're not aggressive to the top of the crease and not set for those shots. He's a big goaltender that plays big. Kind of a double whammy coming at you.
Dumba. Vanek and then Prosser. Tipped by Coyle, but knocked away from Vanek by Bernier on the play. It results in an offside whistle against the Wild. First time these teams played in New Jersey, there were a combined total of 47 shots on goal. That total at 50 here tonight, and we still have more than a period remaining. It's been a much more wide open feel, much more wide open pace to this game from the start. Spurgeon fires it in for Minnesota. And they're offside again.
Well, a definite different feel, and they have different coaching staff. The New Jersey Devils, that is, DeBoer let go after Christmas, and then kind of a tandem situation. Scott Stevens, Adam Oates on your left, Scott Stevens on your right, and normally Lou Lamoriello on the bench. This is the first game Lamoriello has not been on the bench since they made the coaching change. I don't know if that's him pushing those guys out of the nest or whether he just decided tonight not to be there, but he handles all the PR, a lot of the press work, and those guys handle the bench.
And apparently it was not something discussed ahead of time.
Well, rarely does he. Lou doesn't tip his hat very often.
Talking with the New Jersey broadcasters during the intermission, they talked with John Merrill at the break on their broadcast, and he said none of the players knew that Lamoriello would not be on the bench until the game started, and he wasn't there. Zach Parise carries in for Minnesota, drops to Pominville, a shot that goes wide. 2-2 sends it all the way across for Camilleri. Camilleri into the Minnesota zone, leaves one for 2-2. He fires, it's deflected by Zajac. Camilleri with a shot, and a save by Dubnyk. Out to the point, intercepted by Pominville. He carries ahead. Howla was breaking through neutral ice, but the Devils dump it back in. Camilleri exchanges elbows with Spurgeon. Zajac hands it off to 2-2. 2-2 plays to the point. Long shot blocked by Bergenheim. Devils maintain the zone. Zajac in the corner. Frazier holds the zone. A long shot tipped by 2-2. And gloved and held by Dubnyk.
Well, once again, you see guys sniffing around the net, and Dubnyk just ends the play, and no more harm done.
Window Concepts game reset. Those are the 3 goal scorers in the second period for Minnesota. Stewart, Spurgeon, Vanek.
Both Stewart and Vanek with back-to-back games on the scoreboard.
Bernier gives to Henrique. Out to the point, Merrill. Across Severson, a shot. That goes off the post. See the post on each end of the rink so far tonight. Dumba hit the post earlier in the period for Minnesota. Centering pass was tipped away by Suter. Howla carries in for Minnesota. Drops to Brodziak. Back to Howla, and just off the heel of his stick. Suter ducks under a Bernier check. Centers to Bergenheim. And a point-blank chance denied by Schneider. Merrill carries out for New Jersey. His pass tipped away by Howla, who flips it in. And the period will come to a close. A very good second period for the Wild. Minnesota scores 3 times, and they lead the Devils 4-1.
Very good effort by the Minnesota Wild, and it started 13 seconds in. You knew that they had a game plan in mind coming out of the gate after that first period. Protected a lot better, and they forced the Devils to defend most of the period.
Busy night around the National Hockey League. Plenty of games with playoff implications. Kevin Gord will take a look at that. He'll also visit with Jared Spurgeon. 4-1 Wild after 2. Wild with a 3-goal lead as we head to the third period here at the Xcel Energy Center. Our Bud Light What's on Tap. The homestand will continue Friday night against the Anaheim Ducks, who have roared back to the top in the Pacific Division and the Western Conference. The Ducks here Friday night. That's the front end of a very challenging back-to-back for Minnesota. The Ducks here Friday, the Blues in St. Louis on Saturday.
Mike Yeo cautioned today that the Wild could not look at this game as merely a stepping stone to get to what will be a tough weekend. Win the game that's at hand, which is this one. Looks like the Wild paid him some heed and now opened up a 4-1 lead after 2 periods and playing a lot better hockey.
Suter has it tipped in by Koivu. Schneider to play it for New Jersey. Niederreiter applying pressure for Minnesota. John Merrill sets up there behind the net. Very patient before sending one all the way down the ice, and all of that delay will result in an icing call against the Devils.
When a team is throwing icings up at you, when they're flipping pucks out of the zone, generally that means they just aren't handling your forecheck. They're not handling the pressure that you're putting on their defensemen. There's been a lot of that in the second period, and now again here in the third.
Granlund into the circle. Pominville out to the point for Leopold. Back to Pominville. Centers for Parise. A shot that deflected wide. Granlund has it. Tried to go back to Parise. It was intercepted and cleared ahead by Zajac. 2-2 carries to center. Spurgeon racing after it for Minnesota. Tapped ahead neatly at center. Granlund to Parise. Back to Granlund. Onside at the line. Across to Spurgeon. Pominville scores! What a passing play!
I think I counted 5 passes. We'll have to double check that. There were so many. A quick give and go with Granlund and Parise, and then Granlund with Spurgeon to Pominville. It was a heck of a play. Jimmy John's delivery of the game. There's 2, 3, 4. I think there was one right before earlier as well. Just what a passing play. And the Wild really opened this one up. Pominville leads the Wild in shots on goal this season, and not many better than that one.
5-1 for the Wild.
Number 29, Jason Pominville. Assist to number 46, Jared Spurgeon, and number 11, Zach
Spurgeon and Parise will get the assists. Unfortunately, you can't give 3, or Granlund would have had one too.
It was 5 passes and a blast. My goodness. Just a terrific passing play here. And when that's happening, I mean, everyone's head is on a swivel. It's back and forth and up and down, and by the time the shot's taken, you just really don't know where that shot's coming from. And we'll make a goaltending change, and as you mentioned earlier, Anthony, this is not indicative of how Schneider played. He made a lot of good saves, a lot of deflections, but the Wild just continue to roll, and they just want to give Schneider some relief and maybe give the New Jersey Devils a little bit of a reason to step up a bit. Keith Kincaid will get some time in the net.
Kincaid in, Schneider out. After Pominville scores the 5th Minnesota goal. 6 points in the last 6 games now for Pominville. Just about everybody getting in the act for Minnesota. Jalina sends one wide. Dumba has his man tied up along the boards. Frazier sends it in, and it deflects out front of the goal. Played back the other way. Vanek with it for Minnesota. A long pass just out of the reach of Fontaine. Jalina sends it ahead. Gloved and dropped by Bernier at center. Into the Minnesota zone. Brodin retreats for the Wild. No surprise to see Brodin on the plus side of the ledger. His +1 tonight makes him +20 on the season. Bergenheim battling for the puck along the boards. He's still tangled up behind the play with Harold. Ryan Suter has it for Minnesota and fires it in. Kincaid in for the Devils, and his first shot is a challenger from Bergenheim, but he makes the stop. Brodziak plays it back to the point. Brodin to the middle. His shot is deflected and up and into the netting.
Well, just about everybody getting in on the act. That makes it very difficult to defend when you have the rolling lines coming at you. And this gives the coach an opportunity to give everyone ice time, dropping back some of the higher minute guys. And Bergenheim again getting into great position, and his line mates, either Haula or Brodziak, finding him in the slot. He's had a few point-blank shots, obviously a goal in this one as well, and playing some pretty solid hockey.
Suter fires from the boards. It deflects off the end glass. Brodin holds for Minnesota. Niederreiter to Stewart. Stewart waiting, tried to force one through to Niederreiter. It hit a skate. This line has just been uncontrollable for the Devils tonight. They've had no answer for the size and strength of Niederreiter, Stewart, and Koivu. Merrill starts it back for New Jersey. Elias at center. Plays it ahead, and Brodin's back to pick it up for Minnesota. Ryan Suter gives to Stewart. 2-point night for Stewart tonight on a goal and an assist. First multi-point game with the Wild. Niederreiter knocked down along the wall, and Zajac plays it across for Green. Zajac hits the Minnesota line. Camilleri in the slot couldn't get a shot away. He was bumped by Koivu, and Spurgeon races back for Minnesota. Spurgeon drives one in from center. Leopold hammers it back in for the Wild. Parise in on the forecheck, but Green has it for the Devils. Larson plays it ahead. Leopold collides at center with Tutu. Zajac rides Spurgeon into the boards. Camilleri trying to dig it loose for the Devils. It comes to the point. Larson a shot, and it goes off the base of the net. Pominville drops to Granlund. His shot deflects off the end glass. Tutu sends it out. Camilleri has it at center. Banks one off the boards into the Minnesota zone. And the Wild gain control with Nate Prosser. We near the 5-minute mark of the third. And the Wild came into the period with a 3-goal lead. They now lead by 4 after the goal by Pominville. Dumba plays it ahead. Fontaine races through the neutral zone, flips it into New Jersey territory.
Fontaine's had a lot of speed in this game. He's been very visible, jumping into holes, giving his line mates someone to hit. He had that one breakaway in the first, but he's been very visible the rest of the way.
Bernier plays it through. Gomez has his shot blocked by Dumba. And Vanek starts it back for Minnesota. Across to Charlie Coyle, who flips it in. And Fontaine, we've talked about over the course of the year, so many different line combinations, so many different forwards have commented on how easy it is to adjust to playing with Fontaine. We've seen a couple times where Mike Yeo has thrown him on a line with Thomas Vanek, and the result has been good scoring chances. Bergenheim tried to play to the point. It was tipped, and Brodin has to recover at center.
Fontaine plays such an honest game. He does not cheat too much. Uses his speed very well, and he's able to support the puck, giving his line mates someone to hit.
Spurgeon stick broke on that block shot. Bergenheim with it for Minnesota across to Brodziak. Spurgeon replaces the stick as he wheels by the Minnesota bench. Haula dumps it in, and the Wild will change. Severson ahead through neutral ice. Gianta tied up at center by Leopold. Severson to Elias, and that's intercepted by Koivu. Koivu in for Minnesota. Stewart wides, fires, and a save by Kincaid. Prosser holds his own for the Wild. His shot gloved and held by Kincaid in the New Jersey goal. Wild lead at 5-1. Our Toyota get caught up. Sean Bergenheim scored his first goal as a Wild in the first period. Then in the second, Minnesota got goals from Chris Stewart, Jared Spurgeon, and Thomas Vanek. They led 4-1 at the end of the second period. And then in the third, it was Jason Pominville off a brilliant passing play. Final pass came from Spurgeon. Pominville deposits it in the back of the net. The Wild chase Corey Schneider from the game and lead the Devils 5-1 here in St. Paul. Here's a chance and a breakaway for Niederreiter. And he's stopped by Kincaid, but a penalty coming against the Devils. Hooking the call. Niederreiter with the third Wild lone breakaway in this game.
Number 32, 2 minutes for hooking.
Well, if you're going to go water skiing, here's the way to do it. Get in there and get a good hook. Didn't get a lot of them, actually. He thought he got a bit more, but it did get up in under the arm, and then this little shot on the arm as well. Referee had already figured that the stick was in there. But Niederreiter's so strong that he could probably pull a trailer going down the ice and still get a shot on goal.
So the Wild go on to the power play for the third time tonight. Koivu, Vanek, Parise, Pominville, Suter, the 5 power play skaters for Minnesota, and the Devils get an early clear. Ryan Suter pushes it ahead for Minnesota. Drops it back to Koivu. Pominville for Vanek. All the way across to Parise. Parise into the corner. Hit by Larson. Finds Vanek. Vanek just inside the line. Plays down low for Koivu. Koivu gives to Parise. Back to Koivu. Up high Suter. Suter looking for a lane. Goes to Koivu. Koivu sidestep Gianta. Pominville scrambles toward the point to hold the zone for Minnesota. His pass down low was tipped away from Vanek. Parise back to Vanek behind the net. Koivu gets it to Parise. Parise saucers it up high for Suter. Pominville across for Parise, but it was off target. Parise down low. Koivu tried to force one through to Pominville. That was deflected. And now Green with it. Couldn't get it out. Vanek waits. Still with it. Parise plays it up high for Pominville. Suter a drive. It's deflected. Parise scores! First against the Devils.
Well, there's something to be said about perseverance. Parise shows it to you every time. Chances at the side of the net, and finally is able to bank this one in. I doubt very much Suter was making a pass. That might actually be Vanek's goal, as he got his stick on it at the last second underneath the paddle of Kinkaid. We'll see how it's officially called here, but Suter took a shot that basically floated at the net, soft enough that Parise was able to grab and drop it. But Vanek may actually be the one to get the goal as he was poking at it underneath the paddle of the goaltender.
It hit somebody's stick on the way in. Just a matter of whether it's Vanek's or the defenseman, and it certainly appeared to be Vanek's on that replay. And a quick answer for the Devils as Gomez flips one past Dubnyk into the empty net. And the Devils answer the Minnesota goal at 6-2.
16th of the season, second of the game for number 26, Thomas Vanek. Assist to number 11, Zach Parise.
So no one's even settled down yet from that power play goal. And the Devils come back with their own response, but it's still a 4-goal margin. Just a tough deflection here. It goes off of the leg of Brodin. And just a punch to the side, and Gomez just chips one home.
Merrill plays it ahead for Zajac, who comes to the Minnesota line. Camilleri tried to center. Severson kicked it ahead. It winds up in the corner. 2-2 centered. Looking for Camilleri. It wound up on goal. Dubnyk kicks it out for Minnesota. Bergenheim has it there for the Wild. Across to Ryan Suter.
Scoring for New Jersey, 6th of the season.
2-2. Finds Zajac. Zajac tried to go all the way across to Camilleri. It's tipped down low by Severson, but intercepted there by Bronziak. And Howlett plays to center for Minnesota. Bergenheim kicks it ahead for the Wild. Bergenheim pinched off the puck by Zajac. Leopold winds, fires, save, Kinkaid, Bronziak, and they'll blow it down as Kinkaid is shaken up.
Took that one up high, and we may actually see Schneider back in if he doesn't shake it off. These masks they have these days are very protective, believe it or not, but a slap shot to the mush still hurts. Here's the defenseman's stick trying to stop this one, and then that's Vanek's stick right at the edge there, chipping it in. So it'll be Vanek's goal. He has 2 on the night, 3 in the last 2 games. A lot of credit to Parise in making a quick catch and drop and firing it at the net. And Kincaid will resume.
Dumba fires one through, kicked out by Kincaid. Wild control along the wall. A centering pass intended for Coyle intercepted. Elias plays it out to center. Zubris is there for the Devils. Halfway through the third. Wild in command, leading this one 6-2. Penalty coming here against New Jersey. And the Wild will go back onto the power play. 6-2 lead for Minnesota.
This side.
Here in St. Paul, the Wild are leading at 6-2 and are back on the power play. Koivu to Parise and back to Koivu. Plays to Parise. Gives to Koivu. Up high Suter. Suter across to Dumba. Dumba plays to the corner. Takes a return pass. Works to the middle. Suter a drive. That goes off the end boards. So Dumba essentially takes the place of Vanek on this power play unit, although he's playing the point, which allows Pominville to play down low. Wild come forward. Koivu at center. Sidesteps a check. Tried to play it across, but that was deflected away.
Oh, Dubnyk gets dumped. That was Camilleri, who was sweeping around behind, and Dubnyk was out there playing the puck. He made a bit of a fake and then swept the puck forward. And I'm not sure how intentional that was, but Dubnyk did go down in a heap.
Granlund plays it ahead at the New Jersey line. Wild changing. Stewart tried to center, and it was just off the mark. I think Vanek thought a defenseman was behind him and let it go by.
And he is a right-handed shot, so that would have been perfect for his wheelhouse, but did not get his stick on it.
Granlund reflects it with the skate. Spurgeon back in his own zone. Elias takes it away and plays it back into his own end for Merrill. Power play coming to an end here for Minnesota. Uncharacteristically high number of opportunities for the Wild tonight. Seems like every night they've been fortunate to get more than 2. Tonight they've had 4 chances. They've had only 24 opportunities in their last 12 games coming into tonight's game. Niederreiter centers. Fontaine, a quick shot and a save by Kincaid.
Dubnyk gets tripped up behind the net. I think they went down as he took his spin around there. Camilleri, it looked like he was trying to avoid him and actually just clipped his back leg. So it didn't run him by any means, just a little bit of contact there.
Gomez centers it. Shot at the side of the net. Out to the point. Frazier takes a look. Plays it off the end boards. Gomez has it in the corner. Up high, Jelena. His shot goes well wide. Niederreiter there to pick up the loose puck for Minnesota. Prosser has it for the Wild. Prosser floats one across for Leopold. Leopold dumps it in, and it's held by Kincaid with just under 7 minutes remaining. 2 weeks away from a college hockey showcase at the WCHA Final 5. Don't miss the quest for the Broadmoor Trophy. Tickets are just $35 a piece. Available at Ticketmaster.com or the Xcel Energy Center box office. controlled by the Wild. Suter settles it down. His shot was blocked. He got it back and manages to play it up the boards. Suter works his way to the middle. Fires. It was blocked and never reached the net. Harold tried to clear, but Suter holds. Harold playing without a stick. Now he manages to find his stick back in front of the New Jersey goal. Brodziak out to the point. Suter. Suter's long shot deflects off the end glass. Haula played it out near the point, turned back the other way, and it's Suter there for Minnesota. Bergenheim just onside at the line. Into the corner, Erik Haula. Haula bumped by Ruutu. And controlled by the Devils. Larson comes ahead. Former first-round pick of the New Jersey Devils back in 2011. Adam Larson picked with the 4th overall pick. 6 spots ahead of Minnesota's Jonas Brodin. Brodziak. Bumped by Tutu. Forces it up the boards and tipped out by Niederreiter. Merrill goes back to pick it up for New Jersey. Camilleri into the Minnesota zone with speed. Works his way around. Prosser still with the puck. Camilleri tried to feed the point. Tipped away by Stewart, who races to the New Jersey line. And the Wild are in offside. We'll have a preview of what's coming up next on Wild Live in a moment.
Downtown St. Paul, reminding you that Wild Live, presented by CenturyLink, is coming up immediately following the game. We'll talk about the balanced attack tonight with 14 different players notching a point. A couple of new faces like that man right there taking part in the balanced attack. And we'll also hear from head coach Mike Yeo along with some player reaction and a good team effort so far, Anthony and Mike.
Jamie, it's been a night where the Wild have received production from just about everybody. They've received it from the defensive core. Scoring early from the 4th line. The power play got into the act. But another night that Mike Yeo has to be thrilled with the way his team has responded to a disappointing loss here on Sunday against the Avalanche.
And also a first period where they may have been a little bit too loose, but were able to not only lock down things defensively, but did it by working in the offensive zone.
Jelena fires. Tipped out front. Elias centers, and Dubnyk able to get a pad on it. Koivu swoops in to grab the loose puck. Plays it out to center for Stewart. Wild changing behind Stewart as he tries to hold the puck in the New Jersey zone. Jelena there for the Devils. Suter knocks it away from Gomez. Parise gives to Pominville. Pominville goes cross ice trying to get it to Granlund. Granlund spins away from Henrique. He's taken down along the wall. Pominville out to the point. Brodin across to Suter. Tried to center for Granlund. That was tipped away. And Henrique has it for the Devils. Gomez fires it in. Larson catches up with it for New Jersey and plays it across. Merrill sets it up in his own zone. Back to Larson. And icing here called against New Jersey. Wild were beaten here Sunday night by Colorado. But take a look at how differently they've responded to losses in the Devan Dubnyk era. With this win tonight, they'll now be 6-0-1 in games following a loss since the acquisition of Dubnyk.
Yeah, pretty good differentials in shots and in goals. Just able to wipe away that last game, whether it's in a loss or a win. Sometimes you can get a little full of yourself too coming off a really good win. So they've been able to just basically go back out, wipe the slate clean, and play some hockey. The Wild actually this year on pace for 227 goals. That's coming into tonight's game. Their record as a team in their history, the 226 was the most that they've ever had in the season. That was in 05-06. So this year actually on pace for more goals, or the most in their history. And tonight's 6-goal effort will certainly go a long way to helping them get to that point.
Dumba carries ahead for Minnesota. Dumba waits, fires, and it deflects off a stick and out of play. Well, the last time the Wild lost consecutive games were the last 2 games before the All-Star break. They were beaten by Columbus, then went to Detroit on the back end of back-to-back games and were beaten in overtime by the Red Wings. They haven't lost consecutive games in regulation since they traded for Devan Dubnyk. The last 2 games before the Dubnyk trade, losses in Chicago and Pittsburgh that capped Minnesota's 6-game losing streak. Dumba fires here off the end boards. Vanek tried to center. It was taken away by Merrill. And Harold comes out for New Jersey. Plays it across for Merrill, who reaches center ice and fires it in. Harold fires from the wall. Ruutu has it behind the net. Ruutu trying to escape Nate Prosser, and a quick shot is held by Dubnyk. Oh, another good effort by Dubnyk.
So many games since he's arrived where the 2 goals has been the extreme. 2 goals or less has been the norm for Devan Dubnyk. Question, of course, as you just took a peek at Darcy Kemper, is will Dubnyk get a rest? We've asked that question before. We're coming up here with back-to-back with travel against Anaheim, St. Louis. The question will be is will Mike Yeo finally make a change just to give Dubnyk a bit of a breather?
He hinted at that today. He said, there will be a day where Dubnyk gets a day off. It isn't going to be today.
And with 2 days,
I guess that we'd see Dubnyk Friday night against Anaheim, and after that we'll see, which is about as non-committal as he's been.
Yeah, and that's because, of course, the Wild have a full day off tomorrow, a practice day Thursday, and then the game against Anaheim. So, in all likelihood, Dubnyk, but the question mark remains against St. Louis.
Haula hustles after a loose puck for Minnesota, plays to Spurgeon, and then across to Leopold, who deflects it in. Brodziak bumped in the corner. Leopold trying to hold the zone. Tutu tipped it to the line. Zajac now controls. Mentioned earlier, Zajac, longtime line mate of Zach Parise, actually followed him at the University of North Dakota. They never played together, but Zajac arrived the year after Parise left. Gionta in the corner. Trying to escape Dumba. Now Koivu got a stick on it. Elias has it there, center. Zubras with a chance. And a pad save by Dubnyk. A physical battle between Koivu and Gionta. Stewart dumps it in for Minnesota. Niederreiter in on the forecheck for the Wild. Zubras lugs it back the other way for the Devils. Zubras into the Minnesota zone, lost the puck, and Niederreiter calmly flips it off the glass and out. As we enter the final minute here in St. Paul, a very impressive effort by the Wild tonight. We'll update you on everything in the Western Conference playoff race coming up in Wild Live. The Winnipeg Jets locked up in a good one in St. Louis. 1-goal game late. The Los Angeles Kings just getting underway in the second period in Colorado. That's the first team on the outside looking in right now in the Western Conference playoff race. Here from Mike Yeo. Vanek plays it ahead. Fontaine lost control of it at the New Jersey line. And we're inside 20 seconds remaining. Solid all-around effort by the Wild tonight. They were in control of this game throughout. Gomez plays across. A long shot got through and knocked down by Dubnyk. And just enough time for one more Dub chant from the fans in attendance here. The Wild win it on home ice 6-2.
We've seen so many complete efforts by the Wild down the stretch here, and yet another one. Their competition will go up. They will be facing some higher echelon teams coming up in the next couple of weeks, but it's great to take care of business right now and move into those with some confidence.
Our 10-star star of the game, Jared Spurgeon, second game back from injury a goal and an assist tonight. And Spurgeon of the Wild cruise to a 6-2 win. And Jamie, once again, the margin closing between the Wild and the teams ahead of them in the standings. They're now just 3 points behind Chicago.
Thank you, Anthony and Mike. The Wild just keep rolling, and they rolled a victory here tonight. 6-2 the final. We'll break it all down on Wild Live, presented by CenturyLink. We'll talk about the new players who have made an impact tonight. We'll hear some of the new faces and hear from head coach Mike Hill, all up next.